we're not actually building animals, we're building ghosts.
The rate at which AI is progressing, I think we might have AI that is smarter than any human by the end of this year.
These like sort of ethereal spirit entities, because they're fully digital and they're kind of like mimicking humans, and it's a different kind of intelligence.
And then probably by 2030 or 2031, call it 5 years from now, AI will be smarter than all of.
I think they're talking about a technology here which will allow you to create new things.
AI can write you excellent, it's an imitative verse. That sounds Elizabethan. It cannot write you Shakespeare.
But on a practical basis, I expect on a day-to-day basis, people's lives to be significantly enhanced with it across everything they touch.
Hey everyone, let's move on to the next chapter now, which is called Understanding Neural Networks. But उससे पहले let me just confirm कि अगर आपको पिछले सारे chapters समझ में आए हैं, because this chapter is going to be a bit challenging, क्योंकि ये जो concept है neural networks का, introducing that into schools syllabus is a very forward thinking approach. Because जब मैंने neural networks पढ़ा था, I was in like the 4th year of college, so I will try my best to explain it to you. So let's move on to what neural networks means and what are the parts of neural network, what are the components, कैसे काम करता है, कहाँ कहाँ पर neural networks का use आता है. Okay, so neural network को समझने के पहले हम एक चीज़ समझते हैं about our brain. Now our brain is composed of a lot of cells and these cells are called neurons. And these neurons look something like this. इनके पास एक न्यूक्लियस होता है, a tail like structure है इनका. They have dendrites and these dendrites are connected to other neurons. So इन neurons का एक specific characteristic ये है कि they can pass electrical signals through them and these signals carry some information and this information can be from a part of your body. It can be an internal part or maybe it can be information about your heartbeat, about your breathing mechanism, about your eyesight. All that information is traveling through your body, through these neurons which are present in your spinal cord and your brain, जिससे जो information है एक जगह से दूसरी जगह transfer होती है. And a neural network in artificial intelligence works on a similar principle. It tries to carry information from one place to another. And this neural network is a machine learning program or a model that can help make decisions similar to human brain because it is trying to mimic human brain's characteristics like carrying information, transmitting signals to one place to another. वो जो biologically होता है वो हम लोग try कर रहे हैं कि via the use of a program or a computer or a model we can make a copy of the brain in a digital format. So this is the basic of neural network which tries to copy the brain. Okay. इसकी वजह से machine learning came into being and also deep learning came into being. Machine learning और deep learning में एक major difference ये है कि आपका जो feature extraction का process होता है जो हम लोगों ने already पढ़ा था feature engineering में, if you remember, for example house prices. Right, a machine learning model to predict house prices. What do you need? The number of bedrooms, the square feet area, or the construction year. Right? So यहाँ पर ये जो features हैं ये सब humans provide करते हैं model को. And this is why it is not a very scalable approach. अगर आपको बहुत ज़्यादा advanced machine learning algorithm बनाना है तो उतना ही advanced आपको ये feature engineering करना पड़ेगा. But with the help of these neural networks, this feature extraction process was merged into the classification process. So now instead of providing this information like bedroom, square feet area, construction year, you can just provide pictures and other related data without the need of extracting that data manually. So this is the difference between machine learning and deep learning models. So हम लोग देखेंगे neural network में कौन कौन से layers होते हैं, components क्या होते हैं, what is the usefulness of each. And if you find this a bit challenging, it is okay, take it slow because it might be a bit tough to crack in the first go. But I think आपने already पूरे साल भर ये पढ़ा है तो maybe you will be able to understand in a better way. ठीक है, so neural network has 3 layers. First layer is the input layer जहाँ से आप information एक neural network को देते हो. Then the second layer is so this is not the diagram of a neural network. This is actually the diagram of a neuron. But let's make another diagram, right? So we have this input layer. यहाँ पर एक input layer होती है एक neural network के अंदर, जिससे information सामने की तरफ travel करती है into the hidden layer. Hidden layer is where all the processing takes place. And after that, it gives the output via the output layer. But now you would think, why does this feel similar to a human brain? इसमें ऐसी क्या चीज़ है जो बाकी मॉडल्स या बाकी कैलकुलेशंस या बाकी मैथमेटिकल अप्रोचेस नहीं कर पा रही है? वन ऑफ द मेजर थिंग्स इज वंस द न्यूरल नेटवर्क स्टार्ट्स ट्रेनिंग, ये जो इन्फॉर्मेशन है सामने की तरफ तो जा रही है, बट फॉर ईच रॉन्ग प्रेडिक्शन इट इज़ गोइंग बैकवर्ड्स एज वेल. सो यहाँ पर जितने भी हिडन लेयर्स हैं, इनमें कुछ चीज़ें होती हैं जिनको हम लोग बोलते हैं पैरामीटर्स. So these parameters change for every wrong decision, and then the model tries to correct itself. So there are three layers in a neural network: input layer, hidden layer, and the output layer. And this is the diagram of a neuron. Okay, so I have already explained the layers to you, but let's get into the specifics. So this layer or the input layer represents the input fields. Each unit corresponds to a specific feature or the attribute of the problem being solved. Now input layer में आप ये जो चीज़ें देख रहे हो, these are all parts of a neuron. ठीक है? Then comes the hidden layer. Hidden layer can have multiple neurons. Again, so these layers, which may include one or more neurons, they have certain aspects to it. For example, ये न्यूरॉन्स एक दूसरे के साथ कनेक्टेड होते हैं. अ सिंगल न्यूरॉन विल बी कनेक्टेड टू एवरी अदर सिंगल न्यूरॉन. सो यहाँ पर भी ऐसा होने वाला, एंड सो ऑन, राइट? सो इन द हिडन लेयर देर आर अ लॉट ऑफ कनेक्शंस बिटवीन न्यूरॉन्स. And finally, in the output layer, it has one or more units which represents the target fields. For example, you want to classify between cat and dog. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पर आप एक पिक्चर दोगे. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दिस इज द पिक्चर ऑफ अ कैट. यू पुट द पिक्चर, यू कन्वर्ट इट इनटू पिक्सल्स, देन पिक्सल से आप उसको नंबर्स में कन्वर्ट करोगे. नंबर से सारे उसके जितने भी फॉर एग्जाम्पल 0 to 256 जो हम लोगों ने वैल्यूज़ देखी थी 255, वो एक एक करके आप हर एक इनपुट न्यूरॉन को दोगे, एंड देन द प्रोसेस विल हैपन, एंड देन फाइनली इट कैन से either it's 99% cat or maybe 99.99% cat. Right, so these are the features of these layers. Let's move on to the components now. As I said before, there is a neuron. These are all the neurons present in a neural network. And हर न्यूरॉन उसके नेक्स्ट न्यूरॉन वाली लेयर के साथ हर जगह से कनेक्टेड होता है. एंड इफ यू लाइक जूम इन अ बिट, अगर आप थोड़ा और जूम इन करोगे, लेट्स से वी आर जूमिंग इन ऑन दिस वन. ठीक है, इस पे हम लोगों ने थोड़ा जूम किया, एंड दिस इज व्हाट द न्यूरॉन लुक्स लाइक इंटरनली. इंटरनली भी उसके अंदर सारी वेट्स जाएंगे. नाउ यू वुड से कि वाई इज देयर x1, x2, x3, xn, जबकि यहाँ पर तो सिर्फ एक ही इनपुट आ रहा है. एक्चुअली दिस इनपुट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम ऑल द अदर न्यूरॉन्स विच आर कनेक्टेड टू इट, राइट? 1, 2, 3 and 4. ठीक है, यहाँ से भी 1, 2, 3 and 4 आ रहा है. And then there is a summation function inside it, an activation function. Let's not get into that directly. I don't want to confuse you. Moving on to the first aspect of neurons. These are also called nodes, or the basic building blocks of neural networks. It is similar to having the neurons in a brain. They receive inputs from other neurons on external sources like this. And each neuron computes the weighted sum of inputs, applies an activation function, and produces an output. So it is doing three things. First, जो भी input आया, for example x1, it is going to multiply it x1 into w1, and it is going to do it for all the other neurons present, all the other inputs which are coming in, x2 into w2, x3 into w3, and x4 into w4. Now, once the neuron has calculated all this, it is going to take a weighted sum. Since we have already multiplied by the weights, it just needs to add now. And then it applies an activation function. So for example, let's imagine यहाँ की value आई है 45, ठीक है? But the activation function tries to control this value within a given range. हो सकता है the value should only be between 0 and -1 and 1. So the activation function provides this transformation so that this value can be converted into a value between -1 and 1. Why this is done, we will look into the further slides, but let's say 45 बन गया आपका 0.37, ठीक है? And then it produces an output. So this is the function of neuron. It tries to calculate the weighted sum, applies an activation function, and then gives an output. Moving on to weights. So हम लोग देख रहे हैं weighted sum की बात हो रही है. What is weighted sum? For example, आपने अगर maths का exam दिया होगा अपना, I think you're in class 12th now. So, but let's see class 10th का जो maths paper है, how does it look like? So there is unit name, number systems. The weight is, or the marks is 6 marks. Algebra has a lot of weight because it has 20 marks. Coordinate geometry has equivalent to number systems marks. फिर geometry also has a lot of weight. Trigonometry, mensuration, statistics, and total weight is 80. Similarly, the neurons also have weights of their own. यहाँ पर जब W1, W2, W3 and Wn तक आप देख रहे हो, all these neurons have their own weights which are initialized at the beginning of the training part. So this weight represents the strength of connection between neurons. Now, if you remember, as I said, every neuron is connected to the next neuron. Similarly, every neuron here is also connected to the previous layer. So ये जो connection आ रहा है neurons के बीच में, इसका एक strength हो सकता है. Maximum strength is 1. It means कि जितनी भी information इस neuron के पास है, it is going to transfer to the next neuron completely. And minimum is 0, which means अगर इन दोनों neuron के बीच में उनका weights 0 है, तो it means there will be no information transfer. So this weight or these weights convey the importance of that feature predicting in the final output. हो सकता है कि इस neuron के पास कुछ information है which is important. That is why it has a weight of 1. Whereas this neuron does not have that much information to provide, so उसका weight थोड़ा कम होगा. We will see later on कि how does the neuron know कि मुझे अपना weight बढ़ाना है या कम करना है. That all happens within the training period or the training of the AI model, where the neural networks learn optimal weights to minimize error. जब भी हम लोग बोलते हैं कि AI train हो रहा है, eventually उसके अंदर क्या हो रहा है? The weights are being adjusted, the parameters are being adjusted so that the error is minimized. ठीक है? So this is the concept of weights. This is how neurons are connected to each other. Maximum of 1 weight होता है जिसका मतलब है neurons are very strongly connected to each other, whereas minimum can be 1, which means the neurons are not connected at all. Then comes the part of activation function. This is the activation function and it does a lot of things, right? Activation function का मतलब है it tries to activate certain kind of neurons or nodes in the output layer. So output layer में हो सकता है आपके पास 2 ही न्यूरॉन हो and they will only get activated if the value is between -1 and 1. ठीक है? And this activation function's job is to convert all the values which is being generated into a range between these two values. Why is this done? Let's see. So activation functions are the decision makers of each neuron. They decide whether a neuron should be activated and send a signal or not based on the input it receives. For example, यहाँ पर जो signal generate हुआ, that can be 45. ठीक है? And 45 को हम लोग फिर convert करेंगे, let's say a value between 0 and 1, it becomes something like 0.45. And if this value is expected by the output layer, let's just use simple terms, then the output layer will be activated. But अगर इसकी कुछ value ऐसी है जो completely neglected by the neuron, for example -4337, and then it is not it is completely like 0.0007. So this output layer will not be activated at all because it only expects values between 0 and 1. तो इसका activation जो है बहुत ज़्यादा कम होगा. So this is the use of activation functions, and there are different types of activation functions. एक होता है sigmoid, फिर tanh, step function, soft plus and all that. All these are just telling you कि आपका जो value है कैसे change हो रहा है. So let me take a simple example. Let's say there is a rule which says that if x is greater than 0, then y becomes 1. If x is less than 0, y becomes minus 1. And if x is equal to 0, y stays 0. So if we try to plot this on a graph, how would this look like? X is greater than 0, which means y is equal to 1. ठीक है, ये 1 है, this is minus 1, this is 0. And this is again minus 1 and 1. This is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. So x greater than 0 means y की value हमेशा रहेगी 1, right? If x is 0, then y is 0. That is also correct. And if, let me just change the color of the pen. And if the value of x is less than 0, it means y will always stay minus 1. So if you look at this graph, which one of the activation functions does it look like? Something like ReLU or ELU, right? So this is the definition of an activation function. For all the values, it will only give a certain amount of value on the x-axis. I hope it was not too confusing, but let's move on to the next component. Another component of a neuron or a neural network is called bias. Bias is a value that enables the neuron to have different kind of outputs. So there are two things the neuron can change. One is the weight and the other is the bias. So what does bias mean even in neurological terms? For example, some of us have a bias towards mathematics. Some people like mathematics. Some people have a bias towards sports. Some people have a bias towards music. Some people have a bias towards communication, right? So in a similar fashion, a neuron can also have a bias towards something, but this bias is not like these intelligences. This bias is basically a number between, it can be a number between -1 and 1, but generally ज़रूरी नहीं है कि इसके बीच में ही number हो, it can be any number. So bias are the terms which are constants added to the weighted sum before applying the activation function. So what is the neuron doing? First of all, it is calculating the weighted sum. Then it is using the activation function and then it is giving the output. So जब भी weighted sum calculate हो रहा है यहाँ पर, for example हम लोगों ने किया था x1 w1 plus x2 w2 and so on. So ये बन गया आपका weighted sum. यहीं पर आपकी एक जो bias value होती है वो भी add हो जाती है, which means there is a difference in the final weighted value, and this is, and each neuron has a bias value. ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी भी neuron के पास bias value नहीं होगी. Each and every neuron has a bias value. So these are the components of a neuron. Next we talk about connections. Connections हम लोगों ने already देखा था कि कैसे एक दूसरे के साथ neurons connected होते हैं. Each connection has an associated weight with the next one, which tells you अगर 1 है weight, which means all of the information is going through. The connection is very strong. Whereas if the weight is 0, the connection is very weak, or you can also say there is zero connection between the neurons. And each of the neuron also has a bias associated with each neuron, which also affects its activation threshold, right? So all these connections means कि हर एक जो न्यूरॉन है दूसरे न्यूरॉन के साथ किस वे में कनेक्टेड है, कौन से वेट के साथ कनेक्टेड है, एंड कितनी उसकी एक्टिवेशन स्ट्रेंथ है. Next up is learning rule. As I said before, these neurons can mimic humans because not only they can transfer information in a forward fashion, they can do prediction, but at the same time, if the prediction is wrong, they can transfer back information to change what? Change the weights and bias. So ये जो weights and bias जब भी change होते हैं neurons के अंदर, we say that it's learning. The network is learning by adjusting their weights and biases. And This learning rule means that how these adjustments occur during training. So for example, there is a weight, right? And weight can be between 0 and 1. But how do you change the weight? Do you increment by 0.02, or do you increment by 0.002, or maybe even a smaller number, or maybe even a bigger number? So this is known as the learning rule or the learning rate, by which value are you changing the weight. क्योंकि हो सकता है कि the best weight could be at 0.69, बट अगर आपने ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट किया एंड आपका बेस्ट वेट 0.69 है एंड यू चोज 0.2, इट विल क्रॉस समवेयर, राइट? 0.2 होगा, फिर 0.4 होगा, 0.6 होगा, एंड नेक्स्ट वैल्यू क्या होगी? 0.8, विच मीन्स ये जो वैल्यू है स्किप हो जाएगी, राइट? बिकॉज वी आर इंक्रीमेंटिंग विद 0.2. सिमिलरली अगर हमारा जो लर्निंग रूल है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा छोटा हुआ, लर्निंग रेट है वो बहुत ही कम हुआ, तो इट विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ ट्रेनिंग for the neuron to understand that this is the correct weight. Let's move on to propagation functions. As I said before, ki the neurons or neural networks can learn because they can transfer the information in a forward fashion as well as in a backward fashion. We will not get into the specifics of it, but propagation functions means that the signals are propagating through the network during both forward pass and backward pass. As I said, forward भी होता है, backward भी होता है, तो इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं forward pass and इसको बोलते हैं backward pass. The backward pass is known as back propagation, whereas forward pass is known as forward propagation. So back propagation की definition क्या है? It is short for backward propagation. Obviously, it is an optimization algorithm, which means we are trying to adjust. What we are trying to adjust? We are trying to adjust weights as well as bias values, right? It adjusts the weights of the network based on the error obtained in the previous iteration or epoch. So how does the learning look like? Let's say we have a neural नेटवर्क, ठीक है, एंड यहाँ पर ये 3 लेयर्स हैं इसकी. फर्स्ट ट्रेनिंग सेट हुआ, फर्स्ट आइटरेशन हुआ, मॉडल ने गलत प्रेडिक्शन किया, सो इट गोज बैक, it adjusts the weights. But this does not happen just 1 time or 2 times or 3 times. It happens multiple times. It can happen 5 times, it can happen 6 times, it can happen 60 times, or it can happen 60,000 times. So it all depends कि आपका न्यूरल नेटवर्क कितना बड़ा है. अगर आपका न्यूरल नेटवर्क बहुत ही ज़्यादा बड़ा है तो आप 10 से लेके 100 बार ट्रेनिंग करोगे. Whereas अगर आपका न्यूरल नेटवर्क बहुत छोटा है, आपको बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रेनिंग करनी पड़ेगी. So that's how human minds also work, right? And this is how a neural network works in reality. You give it a picture or a number, a picture, and then the neural network tries to learn it. And for every wrong prediction, the information will travel back and all the weights and biases will be adjusted till the time it can get the answer right. And for not only for 5, it can also train for number 2, number 3, number 4, and all the numbers that are present, but only from 0 to 9. Okay, let's move on to the calculation aspect of it. So what is this? This is a neuron, right? So there are inputs coming in, x1, x2 and x3. There are weights w1, w2 and w3. यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? Weighted sum calculate हो रहा है. Once you calculate the weighted sum, a bias value will be added, and then it will be passed to the activation function, which will then finally give you an output. So let's take an example. Case 1, let the features be represented as x1, x2, x3. ये हमें पता है. तो x1 की वैल्यू है 2, x2 की वैल्यू है 3 and x3 की वैल्यू है 1. So let's just write it down. 2, 3 and 1. And hidden layer में क्या है? हमारे पास weights दिए हुए हैं. So w1 is 0.4, w2 is 0.2 and w3 is 0.6. And the bias value is given as 0.3. There is another thing which is given, which is the threshold value. So यहाँ पर हम लोग complicated activation function नहीं ले रहे हैं. Just for your class 12th, the threshold value is given as 3, which means जो final value जब आएगी, अगर वो 3 से बड़ी हुई, which means it will be activated. अगर 3 से कम हुई, it will not be activated. So let's do the calculations. यूजिंग द फॉर्मूला हम लोग यहाँ पर वेटेड सम कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं, x1 इंटू W1, x2 इंटू W2, x3 इंटू W3, एंड देन व्हाट डू वी डू, वी ऑल्सो एड द बायस वैल्यू, तो यहाँ पर वही हो रहा है, एंड द आंसर इज 2.1. तो यहाँ पर आपका जो वैल्यू है दैट इज 2.1. नाउ वी अप्लाई द थ्रेशोल्ड वैल्यू. यहाँ पर थ्रेशोल्ड वैल्यू जो है दैट इज 3, but our answer is 2.1. So will the neural network or the neuron be activated? 2.1 is less than 3, which means it will not be activated, and this is how the neurons work. अगर इसकी value 4 आती या 3 से बड़ी आती, then the neuron would have been activated. So this neuron in the hidden layer is inactive, right? So this is how the neural networks work on the principle of neurons. Now let's try to look into the types of neural networks. First is the standard neural network, which is also known as perceptron. इसमें क्या है, इसमें एक सिंपल न्यूरल नेटवर्क होता है, सिर्फ एक इनपुट लेयर है एंड एक आउटपुट लेयर है, ओनली इनपुट एंड आउटपुट. इट कैन डू बेसिक क्लासिफिकेशन, क्योंकि इसमें हिडन लेयर नहीं है तो कुछ भी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं हो पाता है. सो ओनली बाइनरी क्लासिफिकेशन टास्क लाइक स्पैम डिटेक्शन एंड बेसिक डिसीजन मेकिंग इज पॉसिबल थ्रू अ परसेप्ट्रॉन. दिस इज नोन एज अ परसेप्ट्रॉन, जहाँ पर हिडन लेयर नहीं है. फीड फॉरवर्ड न्यूरल नेटवर्क हम लोगों ने जस्ट देखा. देयर आर ऑल्सो मल्टी लेयर परसेप्ट्रॉन्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, जहाँ पर भी हिडन लेयर नहीं है, विच मीन्स वहाँ पर इंफॉर्मेशन कैन नॉट ट्रैवल बैक. सो हम लोगों ने पहले देखा कि एक परसेप्ट्रॉन है, एंड परसेप्ट्रॉन के पास क्या है, एक इनपुट लेयर है एंड ओनली एक आउटपुट लेयर है. जब हम लोग मल्टीपल परसेप्ट्रॉन्स ले लें, फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगेन इनपुट एंड आउटपुट, दिस इज P1, this is P2, and then P3, P4, we are connecting them with each other. What would happen? The information will only follow or move in the forward direction. This means the information does not travel back. They use activation functions and the weights to process information in a forward manner, and they're used in tasks like image recognition, natural language processing, and regression. These are also intelligent, but not as intelligent as deep neural networks. Let's move on to the next one, which is convolutional neural networks. So convolutional neural networks में क्या होता है, each of the multi-layer perceptron जो हम लोगों ने पहले देखा, this part is known as a MLP, a multi-layer perceptron, क्योंकि हम लोग perceptrons की भी multi-layer ले रहे हैं. So when a multi-layer perceptron is given various features from an image, if you remember how machines see, जो computer vision chapter है, हम लोग वहाँ पर क्या कर रहे थे, image को collect कर रहे थे, a digital image, then we were trying to process it, फिर हम लोग उसमें कुछ features extract कर रहे थे, right? हम लोग edges detect कर रहे थे, corners detect कर रहे थे, histogram calculate कर रहे थे. So after using or creating all those features, we send it to a multi-layer perceptron, and this entire thing is known as a convolutional neural network. The convolutional neural networks are different from standard neural networks because it has a 3-dimensional arrangement of neurons. What does that mean? So that means कि जब हम लोग neural network की बात कर रहे थे, तो it had 3 layers, right? But in a convolutional neural network, there are 2 more layers. Let me just change the color of the pen. 2 more layers मतलब इसके पीछे एक और लेयर है, इसके पीछे एक और लेयर है, एंड इसके पीछे भी एक और लेयर है. Let me again try to change the color. Let's make it green. Because RGB. Now do you understand? For each of the type of colors which is present in an image, there is a separate layer for it, and the information is traveling through each of the layers. And this is why object detection, semantic segmentation, semantic outlining is all possible by the use of convolutional neural networks. Okay, so let me get the pen color back to red. ठीक है, कहाँ पर अप्लाई होता है? object detection, image recognition, style transfer, and medical images, and so on. And then there is an aspect of recurrent neural networks. So अभी तक हम लोग जो चीज़ें देख रहे थे, it was static in nature. What does static mean? It did not change in time. Recurrent neural networks are used when you're trying to predict something with relation to time. For example, stock market values. They have feedback connections that allow data to flow in a loops. For example, if you have a neuron, न्यूरॉन का पार्ट क्या होता है? इनपुट आता है, आउटपुट देता है. बट इन अ recurrent neural network, this neuron can keep on passing the information to itself till it finds the correct value. So इसका एप्लीकेशन क्या है? नेचुरल लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसिंग में होता है, मशीन ट्रांसलेशन, चैटबॉट्स, स्पीच रिकग्निशन, एंड स्पेशली टाइम सीरीज एनालिसिस, विच आई सेड कि जब टाइम के साथ चीज़ें बदलती हैं, अकॉर्डिंग टू टाइम यू वांट टू प्रेडिक्ट हाउ मच विल इट ट्रेन टुमारो और हाउ मच विल द स्टॉक राइज इन द नेक्स्ट 1 वीक. उन सब चीज़ों में रिकरेंट न्यूरल नेटवर्क यूज़ होता है. देन देयर इज एन एस्पेक्ट ऑफ जनरेटिव एडवर्सेरियल नेटवर्क. नाउ यहाँ से हमारे जो न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स हैं, दे स्टार्ट बिकमिंग वेरी इंटेलिजेंट, because now we are trying to find out various creative ways to make use of this intelligence. So a generative adversarial network has two neural networks. First is a generator. What does the generator do? It generates images, or it can generate text, or let's just stick to these two. And it has something else known as a discriminator. Now this discriminator is actually a classifier. So जो भी generator generate करता है, for example एक image दी, image of a dancing cat. So dancing cat की image तो नहीं होगी. Let's take an example of Apple. ठीक है, Apple की image generator को दी, generator ने neural network use किया and it creates a new image of an apple. Let's say A1. And then the discriminator comes in. It tries to identify, is this the apple of an image or it is not an apple of an image. So it can either say this is true. If it says true, then it's good. Generator is doing a good job. But if it says false, this tells the generator कि इसने जो image generate किया, that is wrong. Then it tries to again generate a second image, A2. Then again the same process follows. And then this entire pair tries to learn and relearn. And then they can generate new data samples. This is employed in generating synthetic data for various images like image generation. आजकल जो भी आप AI use कर रहे हो, for example, if you say a dancing cat, it somehow is dependent on generative adversarial networks. इसमें से जो generative term है, generative AI, वो यहाँ से आता है. And now let's move on to the last part, future of neural networks and impact on society. Now we have determined that neurons are intelligent. They are not intelligent per se, they mimic intelligence, which means they can be used for various aspects. For example, predictions हो गई जो हम लोगों ने already discuss किया. It is also used to do some tasks related to natural language processing. It is also used in healthcare. And it is also used in your phones and so on. So which means this kind of intelligence is slowly and steadily spreading throughout the society. So it started off with advanced deep learning, right? जब आपके neural networks deep हो गए, multi layers हो गए, फिर जो accuracy है इनकी वो increase हो गई, efficiency increase हो गई. Because of this, autonomous systems, the systems that do not need human guidance, they started improving. For example, सेल्फ ड्राइविंग कार्स, या फिर आपने सुना होगा ऑटो पायलट होता है प्लेन्स में, या फिर जब रॉकेट लॉन्चेस होते हैं, ह्यूमंस डोंट ड्राइव द रॉकेट इज बेस्ड ऑन अ कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम, अ सॉफ्टवेयर. सो दैट सॉफ्टवेयर इज ऑल्सो इंटेलिजेंट एंड दीज न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स आर हेल्पिंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स टू हैपन. एंड देन देयर कम्स द एस्पेक्ट ऑफ पर्सनलाइजिंग एक्सपीरियंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर अभी आप यूट्यूब देख रहे हो and YouTube पे you are preparing for class 12th AI, it would also suggest you class 12th CS, and it would also understand that you might be preparing for some examinations, competitive examinations like IIT JEE or maybe NEET. And not only related to education, if you have seen a video which is related to your interest, YouTube suddenly आपको अलग अलग चीज़ें suggest करने लगेगा which you might like. So this is the feature of neural networks. Moving on to the practice aspect of it. MCQs थोड़े solve करते हैं so that we know कि आपको चीज़ें समझ में आ रही हैं. An artificial neural network with 2 or more hidden layers is known as a dash. Every neural network which has more than more than 2 hidden layers, it is known as a deep neural networks. A deep neural network. Identify the odd one out from the following activation functions. Sigmoid function है, tanh function है, ReLU function है, but linear regression is not a function. It is a supervised learning model. In a neural network, which component defines how weights and biases are adjusted during training? How weights and biases are adjusted? There are only 2 things which can be adjusted, and उसका हम लोग learning rate change कर सकते हैं. So learning rule is the correct answer. Name 2 neural networks used in generative adversarial network. So one is the generator, which creates the images, creates the text, and other one is discriminator, which tries to classify it as right or wrong. Match the type of neural network in column A with the corresponding task in column B. So column A is this and column B is this. Perceptron is used for classification. Yes, हम लोगों ने देखा था perceptron में backward propagation नहीं होता है, simple होता है एक input layer and एक होता है output layer. So it can only be used for simple tasks like classification. Then we have convolutional neural network. It is used for object detection. Recurrent neural network for machine translation. All right, so already matched hai. B option is correct. Which of the following is not a feature of root mean squared error? It tells you about the accuracy of the model, correct? It does tell you about the accuracy. Higher value means hyperparameters need to be tweaked. Which means कि आपका जो error है वो बहुत ज़्यादा है and आपको hyperparameters which means weights and biases वो change करने पड़ेंगे, learning rate change करना पड़ेगा. It is also the correct statement. Lower RMSE values are not good for the AI model. What is RMSE value? It is the error. And if the error is less, which means the AI model is good, right? So this is the incorrect statement. Choose the difference between regression and classification loss functions. So we understand that regression एक quantity predict करता है. It is a continuous quantity, which is actually a number. Whereas classification predicts labels, for example, label A, label B, label C. So A option is right. Consider the following perceptron that predicts academic performance of a student with input weights and bias of -2. Okay, so यहाँ पर क्या क्या दिया हुआ है? Let's just see. It is not properly formatted. Format थोड़ा अच्छा नहीं है. But let's just see what the formula is. Formula is यहाँ आप weighted sum plus bias add करते हो, then you find out the answer. And this is as simple as just substituting the values. Explain the role of neural networks in the future of AI. What is the future of neural networks? What is it helping? Advancing deep learning. हम लोगों ने last slide में देखा था, improving accuracy and efficiency, supporting autonomous systems and personalizing experiences. Given inputs 1, 0 and 1 and weights 6, 3 and 2 and bias -2, calculate the perceptron output. So each of the values will be multiplied and added. So which means 1 into 6 is 6, 0 into 3 is 0, 1 into 2 is 2. And then we add -2 to it because it's a bias value, right? So ये लोग cancel हो गए and then the answer is 6. The output is 6. Okay. Some of the other expected questions. Artificial neural network with 2 or more hidden layers is known as a deep neural network. Identify the odd one out from sigmoid, tanh, ReLU or linear regression. Linear regression is a supervised learning model. Which component defines how weights and biases are adjusted during training? Learning rule or learning rate? Learning rule is the correct answer. Name 2 neural networks used in generative adversarial networks. One is the generator and other one is a discriminator. यहाँ पर generator creates the fake data, whereas discriminator is a classifier which tries to predict it as true or false. All right, so I hope you were able to understand neural network. If you are not able to understand, take it with a grain of salt, but try to watch this video again, try to solve some examples on your own. It is a very interesting topic. अगर आपको ये चीज़ समझ में आई, I would be glad, but if not, let me know in the comments. I'll be seeing you in the next one. Till then, stay awesome. Bye-bye.